When Reliv came into our lives more than 10 years ago, I was just praying for better health. I was searching for something, and if you came to my kitchen then, you'd think I was running a mini health food store. Because when you're desperate, you'll try anything. I was invited to a Reliv opportunity meeting. I heard all these stories, and the people were just sharing from their heart. And I thought, if only half of what these people is saying is true, it's worth a try. I'm so glad I did.
At that time, I was working as a corporate vice president of a large petroleum company. And I was obviously earning extremely well with that company. And I was providing very well for my family. But there was a price that I was paying, and that is our markets are not here in the United States. I was chairman of 4 companies, Philippines, Malaysia, Thailand, and New Zealand. And I had to visit these countries at least 4 times a year to conduct my board meetings. So you could imagine how much time was left for me to spend with my family and my young children. And I asked myself, there must be another way. The real realization in my mind is when my son came to me one day and said that he was going to have a championship game in his little league baseball. And he was so excited. He said he was going to have a championship game that weekend. And he said I was going to be there to watch him, obviously. And I looked into his eyes and I said, Benjamin, I know you're very good, son, but Daddy cannot be with you again tomorrow. And you could have seen the expression in his eyes and said, why, Daddy? And I said, I have to go to Japan tomorrow, son. And then he looked at me again and he said, oh, that's okay, Dad. And then he just brought down his eyes and walked away from me. It was very fortunate that my wife, who has a very caring spirit and a caring heart, because of the tremendous results we were getting health-wise from these products, she shared these products with everybody she knew, our friends, our relatives. Well, 3 years into this business by herself, she started to bring home a check that was equivalent to a 6-figure income every year. From her kitchen table, around the schedule of our children, well, I told myself, if you have a very skeptical husband, the correct answer to that is a big check.
It is so nice to be able to spend time with the children. When we carpool, when we do things together, like we go to movies together, we take a lot of trips together. But one of the things that I really find that children need is time and attention. Like when my child comes home in the afternoon and has had a bad day and had a tough time with a test, I'm there. I'm so thankful that both of us are stay-at-home parents.
I also looked into what I can do, things I've always wanted to do but have no time for, like getting more involved with my church. And I have been a member of our Finance Council for many years, and now I'm so happy to say that in those 6 years that I have been there, we have finally been able to build a new church that we've always needed, and it's under construction right now, and I'm a big part of that, and I'm so happy just seeing that new church being put up. The first big difference I found out between the corporate way of doing business and the Reliv way of doing business is, in the corporate world, you always try to make yourself different and unique. Because if somebody else is able to almost clone you and be like you, and he happens to be younger than you, well, watch out, because they'll replace you with a lower paying guy. In Reliv, the idea is to make it so simple that everybody must be able to copy you right away. And so it's easier to teach them, it's easier for them to learn it, and it's easier for them to do it right away.
And there are 3 things that really set us apart. First is the products. There's nothing out there like our products. They really help change somebody's health for the better. We have a very generous compensation plan. It will reward people for their efforts. And then you have a management team that you can trust. When you have those 3 factors, you can't help but grow. What do you want Reliv to do for you? Because I believe in my heart, whatever it is they're looking for, Reliv is the answer. They may not realize it yet at the time. If you have the desire to work, the desire to help others, Reliv has the answer for you.